Fine. Alright, so today we're going to show you how to take apart the Hog V2. All I've done so far is there's these little black plates that slide on each side. There's a notch on there, so they only fit on one side. I mean, you could flip them over if you wanted to. There's kind of a shiny side and a matte side on mine. I don't think that really matters. Anyways, when you do that, you expose this. Everybody see this? Alright, so there's a portion in here. There's a little Delrin plate on the bottom, kind of like on the Hog V1, but it's a little different because this guy is ran in series instead. So what I'm going to do, I think I just threw a screw on the floor, but I'm going to loosen up this contact that makes connection with the bottom of the 510 connection. It's what all these wires are connected to. You see that? This piece. To get that out, normally you're going to have to loosen this screw on the bottom because that's what makes contact, and then it'll slide out. Easiest way is there's a wire going up here that's screwed into the housing of the device, and what I do is I just take the screwdriver and I unscrew that screw, because that'll take the wire off the board so you won't have to fandangle with getting it back in there. Now, I haven't been seeing as many people have issues with this Hog as the version 1, but there's still a possibility, so I'll just show you how to take it apart anyway. So now this part slides, and if you want to get it all the way out, you'll have to move. There's this wire here, and there's a little copper contact, and that's the negative for the device. This is actually what holds current. It's not connected to the voltmeter. So what you need to do is there's this copper screw over here, and you need to get some sort of flathead in there. Try not to sneeze, sorry. And you need to loosen it just ever so slightly. You don't have to take it off, but enough that you can move that copper contact out a bit and rotate the wire it's got trapped under it. Because it's got a little insulator and then the piece of wire. So I'm just going to loosen that up. And then you can slide the whole plate out like so. See that? This is your positive contact for your voltmeter. It doesn't actually carry. This is your positive contact, sorry. Don't think that was on camera. But this is your positive for your voltmeter. It doesn't carry any current, so it doesn't really matter. But if your voltmeter is not reading, you might want to check this screw, make sure it's tight, and make sure the solder joint's good on the actual voltmeter. Then you have this plate. Don't really need to do anything with that plate normally. How you take the 510 out, or how the button works. This button locks and unlocks. So it's currently unlocked. Basically all it does to complete the circuit is this on the actual button moves in to make contact with the flat portion of this big old contact. That big contact, there's a screw right here. That's a hex key. I can't remember the size. I've always taken it out literally using the front part of a pair of pliers. But you unscrew that portion and the nut slides off the 510 pin. So when you slide the nut off the 510 pin, that allows you to screw in this Delrin piece and make sure the Delrin piece that holds the whole 510 assembly is tight. You want to make sure you get that piece right there tighten back down onto the 510. And if your voltmeter is not working, it's either the positive contact, which I showed earlier, or the negative contact or negative lead of your voltmeter, which gets trapped under this big old ring. I trapped it between this plastic insulator at the top of the box and in between the big fat contact that works to make contact with the button. So when you go to reassemble it, you want to make sure you get the orientation correct. You have this black wire on that side, and you can just slide it all the way under. Get that right there. That way you can make sure that the negative wire that you need to screw back in at the top of the housing will screw back in and fit underneath the cap. That's pretty much it on the Hog V2. There's not a lot of issues I've been having with them. Make sure if it's not firing to your atomizer that you've first checked the 510 adjustment screw up here. Screw that out and try and put your atomizer on it, see if that fires. If the voltmeter's not firing or reading, show what I showed you earlier. Make sure your negative lead is trapped in between that fat contact and the actual 510 housing. Or if it's the positive contact, the screw could have loosened on that actual plate that slides in and out. Other than that, there's not much that I've seen these guys do. So I'm not really sure on what issues people have been having. If you've been having an issue, feel free to message me on Facebook or leave a comment on this video and I will try to assist you. I haven't had any issues with mine misfiring once I made sure this positive contact on this black plate was making contact with the bottom of the 510 and making sure that screw up there was adjusted for your atomizer. Any other questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try and figure out the answer for you. Thanks, guys.